Another day or two of progress with the, what is this? The towers are going to be, or are, forward DP10 S. And this is a Hunter L-201 rack, alignment setup, whatever you want to call it. But since I last reported on it, I got these heavy suckers moved where I wanted, got the cross brace in, and bolted in, not tight, just bolted. I put the lift where I wanted. These copy boxes, that's where the towers are going to go. This is the outside edge of the tower. And I can, with the power pack, I'll be able to go walk by like this. I got this, I got that. And that's really as far as I can go this way. I don't want to go much further that way because I won't get another car over there. Well, it looks all nice and neat in here. Except, I tried something yesterday, or the other day. See, it looks all nice and square. And it is. You back out, and you'll notice that it's not quite lined up with the door. Now, I put the Porsche up on the, I drove up on there yesterday, and I got stuck. Well, first off, I don't have front turn plates. It's 1.5 inches high. So I cut 2x4. Drive up on so that I can go thunk down into that. And all the turn plates I find online that are not made by Hunter, which Hunter ones are, there's a set on eBay for like $600. That's outrageous. Amazon and other places have them either 2 inches tall or 3/4 inches tall. Speedway Motors has a nice looking aluminum set of turn plates. 3/4 inches tall. Low profile. Great for being on the ground. I was wanting to buy those before I had the lift. But I need to figure out some way to get another 1.25 inches or another 3/4 inch space if I get those. Everything else is 2 inches. I only got 1.5 inches of space there. Anyway, that's another problem. But I put the Porsche up here, nose first, because I'll be doing nose first alignments. Went to back it off, and I got stuck in the corner. I tried backing off on the front end. I didn't fall off, but it wasn't quite right, and I had to move all that stuff out of the way. And this corner here was, I got out, pushed the car forward 1 inch, turn the wheel, come back and look, and it took like 20 minutes to get the car out of the shop again. Let me close the door, keep the cats out. Sorry about the noise. So, you can see the way the those 3 holes on the cross brace, that's where the uprights go, the towers. I got it because the wood is where the turn plates go, and my overhead, I got the loft right here. I can't, right here's my loft. So to be able to open the hood, I measured the frunk or the trunk on the Porsche. I need to have 6 feet of clearance. Let me put this down and just stand in front of it. Put it over here. I need 6 feet of clearance. You can kind of see it. If right here is the middle of the wheel with the turn plate on, if I got to do camber on the Porsche, I need to get under the frunk. I need to have 20 inches in front of the middle of the tire, 6 feet. That's on the ground. I pick it up to alignment height, I got to be out from underneath my loft here. So that puts the whole lift about 3 feet further than I want it that way, which is why I'm doing this. I'm mocking it up. I'm not drilling holes in the concrete yet. So I'm still measuring that. I did pull the cut cables out of the uprights, and they're a standard size. Freedom is now called Forward. Used to be Forward Manufacturing. Now it's called Forward Lifts. They're owned by Rotary. And they have They still make models. And there's still the part number. I found a 2004 manual for the DP10, and the part number's still good. Found a place over in Houston online that, yeah, just yesterday, measured it out, 33 feet 6 inches on the cable length, 3/8 cable, 3/4 inch fine thread ends. They had the part number. I ordered it yesterday afternoon. FedEx is supposed to be showing up any second now. Like, all right. So I can get that part working, or at least together, and then I got to figure out how to pick those heavy things up and put it in my shop here. But that's the newest on the lift, and you see I got my ramps on. I got the ramps on, and I haven't cut those down because they're 3 feet pieces, and I only need 20 some odd inches. I'm going to drill a hole and put a linch pin in there so I can easily pull them off. But I'm not sure if I want to put those on both ends or just weld something to the end and make it so it only comes on and off one way. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. But that's the update on the lift. I still got to figure out how to pick this heavy sucker up, or the uprights up, without killing myself or hurting everything in the shop. Thanks for watching.